What's up, everybody? I'm Slaughter Movie Guy, and here's where I rank all 7 DCEU films with the release of Shazam. I did a review on that film. You can check it out on the channel. I'll put the link down in the description box down below, and it's on the DCEU Film Reviews playlist, so you can check it out right there. Whatever way is easy for you. And by the end of this video, put your rankings down in the comment section down below of all 7 DCU films with Shazam, from your worst to best or your best to worst. I would love to know. And if you haven't seen like 2 or 3 of them, which I pretty much think everybody has seen all 7 of them, but if you haven't, just put your top 3 or your top 5 or the best film you like and your worst film you didn't like from the DCU. We all have our opinions on which film we like and don't like. So this is just for fun, nothing to be taken serious, because we all have different opinions and our taste of which DCU film did it for us. And pretty much for me, I know which film did it for me. So it's basically just for fun, and us as comic fans or film fans that enjoy watching movies and stuff, let's just have fun and enjoyment out of it. And with all that being said, let's just get started. Suicide Squad. I wanted this film to be the dominant and rough for me, because in 2016, I remember the trailers came out. It quite didn't hit me for like what a lot of people did. It did for a lot of people, and I know a lot of people enjoy this film despite all the problems it have. For me, I didn't really like this movie much, but there's some parts I did like for this movie. Let me get those out the way. I did enjoy some of the characters. For example, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Thought she did a fantastic job. Will Smith as Deadshot. And that's pretty much some of the characters I liked from the film. I did like Killer Croc, but some of the parts in this film, it just didn't give me enough to like say, wow, to make me really like this character. And Captain Boomerang, with John Courtney, does a good job in this film. I just didn't get quite like the excitement for some of these characters. And I haven't read the comics of these characters, but it comes from the writing. And the writing is one of the parts that really was a letdown for me. The way they like put these villains together and stuff just to get rid of this, they take down this supernatural, like this villain or whatever, the Enchantress, which is one of the dumbest, stupid villains. The villain was horrible in this film. Felt like something that came out of Ghostbusters, the way she was moving and stuff. Just took me out of the movie. And then Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, which is one of my favorite actresses in Hollywood. Her character was kind of like the one that was putting the criminal villains together to take down this character, the villain. And it's just kind of like, why these criminals are going after this? Don't Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman part of this universe? So why did they just not have them get them? It just, so much in his writing was like all over the place. The way they set up the villain characters, and I wanted to be like a tech with a team where I could see them develop and all that, and I just didn't get that. Some scenes just didn't go right with the film, and this film just felt like a music video. Some music just popped up with different character introductions in the film, and it just kind of like said, if I'm watching a comic or a music video, it just kind of was like one of those things. And there's an extended cut of this movie, which doesn't make the movie better. So it's almost like the theatrical wasn't that great, but then when I watched the extended, it just was like another like scene fillers. It just didn't make the film better. And it doesn't make the film better too when Joker didn't get much screen time, played by Jared Leto. And Joker's one of my favorite comic book characters. Probably one of my favorite villains, like of all from Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, and it just kind of like, why y'all didn't give this character much screen time? This is one of the most popular characters of DC. I don't know what happened, and plus it hurts a lot when from the studio interference, because they said David Ayer had like 6 weeks to write the script of this film, and that's pressure, especially for a director like that. And David Ayer, I'm pretty sure, because from what they said, he has more. It was like he had another film that was a lot better than this version. So I don't know what happened here. This film was just a mess. I wanted it to be like down and rough for me, but technically it didn't. But if it did, if you like this film, hey, I'm happy for you. For me, it just didn't, and it's just not one of my cup of tea films. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Justice League. I wanted to like this movie. I know a lot of people might have this high on their list. Hey, I'm happy if you enjoyed it. For me, I want to like this movie, so don't hate me for it. I watched the Justice League cartoons. I love them so much. I love the Justice League. I read the comic books. This film was just a letdown for me. One of the things is, I'll get the bad stuff out the way. Pretty much the stuff I didn't like for this film is, it just felt like some scenes should have been fleshed out more. It's just like some scenes were just too quick. The film was just under 2 hours. It was a lot of things going on with this film that just didn't make sense. Like, a lot of things like Steppenwolf motivation, which the villain was horrible. Once again, it's Steppenwolf. I don't know what happened here. Steppenwolf looked like a PlayStation 2 character. It's just a whole lot of things was done wrong. You could tell that the CGI wasn't completely finished. Some of it was just like too blurry and stuff. And it just was like really, really bad here. And the only best parts about it is Ben Affleck as Batman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Those two was really good. And I do like Ezra's Miller, excuse me if I pronounced the name wrong, and Ray Fisher as Flash and Cyborg. It's just the film just didn't give us. It's just a film that do right with those characters, especially Flash, like, threw so many jokes in there that just didn't feel right in the film. And then Cyborg's character, I couldn't feel his character at all. I mean, they gave us a little backstory, but gave us backstory on this character, but not much to say, to get influenced this character. And that's just one of the parts that really bothered me about this movie. And the way Superman comes back, man, it's just, why? The way they did the Superman, the return of Superman was just, to me, was poorly done. I know some people liked it, but to me, it was, I didn't really care for it. There's a lot of things wrong with the movie. And then one thing I've heard, it was like a Snyder cut or something, another version of this movie, since Zack Snyder had to leave from the project because his daughter kind of committed suicide, which was a sad thing, and Joss Whedon had to come in, which that brings me to it saying it almost felt like a Joss Whedon film. It was a Zack Snyder film or a Joss Whedon film. It felt like it because there was so many jokes thrown in there, which I said this before with a comic movie. If you can balance the serious and the fun tone in it, then your film is good. If you can balance those two things well. This Justice League, it just felt like everything was just thrown in there. It just didn't feel like a good Justice League movie. And I didn't quite enjoy it, but hey, like I said, if you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. For me, it just was a disappointing film. BVS, Batman versus Superman. There's a love and hate for this movie. A lot of people love this movie. A lot of people hate it. For me, it's fine. The theatrical cut is fine. The ultimate cut, a lot better than the theatrical. The ultimate cut is a lot better. You get more stuff. You get more things that was left out of the theatrical. That was my problems with the theatrical. There were so many things left out of the movie that I was like, that some parts didn't add up. I was like, Now, the ultimate cut did give some answers, but some parts there's still some issues with the ultimate cut, but there's some stuff that was left out from the theatrical that I was like, okay, I understand. So that was one of my things about the negatives I have for BVS. It just has certain parts that just kind of left parts out that I was like looking for, like why, like for character motivation, some of it doesn't make sense. I was like, I get why this character, especially from Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg, that some people like it, some people like me didn't like it, because it just didn't feel like Lex Luthor at all. It felt like they try to copy like Heath Ledger Joker. I guess like are they trying to copy Heath Ledger Joker? That's what it seemed like. And Jesse Eisenberg's performance as Lex Luthor was probably the biggest letdown for me in this movie. It was just, man, I mean, like this. Clark Kent meets Bruce Wayne. I love it. I love it bringing people together. Wow. Wow, that's a strong grip there. You don't want to mess with this guy in a battle. Oh, wow, wait. Wow. I hate Superman. I really do. Well, that's the impersonation of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. And I like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor. I think he's fantastic. This movie, it just didn't quite work out. I don't know what happened here. It was ridiculous. And that's just not the only thing. I think what hurts this film too is there's so many slow parts in this film that just didn't keep going. And I agree with some fans. Some people say it wasn't enough fun parts. Maybe they could have used a little bit of fun parts in this film. So it was Superman's character, because I feel like Superman's character was kind of too much Dark Knight-ish and stuff like that. They could have fluffed it up, because Superman is a bright superhero character, almost like Spider-Man or other characters we have seen in comic books. And I just felt like they used dark. Now, since Superman, they've been in this film of the storyline, they've been accused Superman if Superman's a safe alien or not and stuff. I can understand they add a serious tone, but make some lighter tones where Superman's saving people that make it like, okay, we have a fun superhero right here. And Batman's storyline in this movie was fantastic. I thought they did good, especially Ben Affleck as Batman, which that got so much flack when this movie was about to come out. People were like, oh, why Ben Affleck cast as Batman? He did do good at Daredevil. I was one of the people that was like, I don't hate Ben Affleck, but I was like, I don't know, Ben Affleck can do it as Batman. I gotta wait and see. I don't know. I mean, good performance as Keaton and Chris Bell did as Batman, and it was just so much about Ben Affleck's Batman that he knocked out the park. Ben Affleck was fantastic Batman, especially that warehouse scene. Best Batman scene I've seen. Man, that was the best thing. I can rewind that over and over again on DVD. This was man, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Ben Affleck Batman, everything, that was about the best thing out of BVS. Everything else just kind of, alright. But hold on, it's another thing that was good about BVS. Wonder Woman's, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, her appearance, that was awesome. So, Batman and Wonder Woman stuff was awesome. It just, the other things were just not good in this film. Like, brushing Doomsday. Why do you have to be in here? It's just another Superman storyline that just didn't have to be in this film. It's just, Doomsday just felt like Venom and Spider-Man 3 just rushed in there. That character didn't have to be in this film. It's just like they try to rush so much in this film, and some of the dream sequence didn't have to be in there. There's a couple of them that was you could do without in this film. And that was one of the parts that BVS failed on. And hey, if you really like I said, if you enjoy this movie, fine. But for me, it's a fine film. Not one of the best DCU films, but you can take that. Shazam. This is the movie that I really enjoyed in the movie theater. So it's ranked at number 4. Don't think I hated the movie. Pretty sure some of y'all thought it was going to probably be number 1 or number 2. I liked it. It's a really good movie. There's other movies I thought it was a little bit better than Shazam. But let me get out the good things about Shazam. Basically, the storyline was fantastic. I love the storyline about a foster kid, Billy Batson. So that was really a good story. The story was actually the one I really just really care for the character. And that's something I can say this is the first, one of the DC films I actually care for the character. And it was just touching. And the humor was absolutely fantastic. The casting was great. Zachary Levi does great at Shazam. And Asher Angel does great as Billy Batson, and then turn into Shazam as the hero. He does fantastic. Then Jake Grazer does fantastic too. And his chemistry with Zachary Levi was fantastic. Man, it just felt like I was this is like a Saturday morning cartoon, and Shazam was just a lot of fun. Only thing that bothered me about the film is the villain, but hey, the film was just fun, and I think that's where you go for the movie. And despite its flaws, there's some parts I had problems with the movie, but hey, great movie. It's worth the watch. It's still in theaters. Please go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Aquaman. I know a lot of people, this is mixed. I know some people like it, some people hate it. Hey, Aquaman was a blast. I remember seeing this movie again in January. I seen it in December on a Friday, and then saw it in January again, on a Friday. This movie is just fun, man. Aquaman, I don't know what to say. There's so much. James Wan, and the storyline is not perfect. It is sloppy a little bit, but hey, like I said, this is fun. James Wan did a fantastic job. This is a hard director that, man, just blew it out of the water. One of the things I like from Aquaman is the action. The action scenes are just amazing. That's the one thing I can give Aquaman. It was just flat out fun. The camera work was fantastic. Jason Momoa did a fantastic job as Aquaman. Nicole Kidman did a fantastic job. There's a lot to love about Aquaman, and I love Aquaman because I've been an Aquaman fan for a long time. So when I heard an Aquaman movie was in the making, and James Wan was going to direct, I was like, oh, this is a win-win for me. I enjoy James Wan's films, and now I can enjoy him directing Aquaman. And man, I enjoy Aquaman. The more I watch it, it just gets better and better, and it's just a good movie. I recommend you checking this one out too. Man of Steel. This one, a lot of critics. I know some fans, this is a very mix up. I know I say this about every DC film, but it just so far, it's been mixed. Like some fans like it, some fans hate it. I enjoyed this movie. First time I moved theater, I could say, I don't know. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, okay. Then the third time, and then a couple times I watched it, it grew on me. I enjoyed this. Now, is it like one of my favorite Superman movies? No, I'll say probably it's in the top 4 or 5 as Superman films. It's not like it maybe might not be my number 1, number 2. Because it has some issues with it. Some of it does have issues in this film. And when I watch this film like over and over again, some of the issues goes away, but some of it's still there, which I can still see like why they do this and that. And then some of it is like, some of the storylines are like, some of it had changed that comic fans don't agree with, and I agree on their points. Some of it is like Superman's origin, like Superman being a little dark a little bit, and it feel like he's like all mad and stuff. Usually Superman supposed to have like a little smile on his face and stuff like that. And I kind of wish that happened, but hey, I still enjoyed from what Man of Steel, what Zack Snyder tried to do with the film, where he's changed a little bit, because what's about story on where Superman's trying to figure out why he's not like normal like everybody else and stuff. And that really was a good storyline in this movie. I really did gravitate to that. And Kevin Costner as his Earth dad, and then his alien dad, Russell Crowe, perfect casting. This movie just has one of the best castings in superhero movies. This is like, actually, I would put this probably like in the top 10. The casting was just phenomenal. I mean, we ever seen, like, if you put Russell Crowe and Kevin Costner in your Superman movie, hey, that's 2 thumbs up, and that was phenomenal. Henry Cavill does good as Superman. I don't think he surpasses Christopher Reeves, and Amy Adams does good as Lois Lane. Michael Shannon as General Zod. Woo! Absolutely fantastic casting. Michael Shannon's phenomenal actor. His General Zod was just so menacing. It was probably the best villains put on screen. Like, I mean, as far as like, if I was to rank DC villains, he might be in the top 5 on it, and he just did a phenomenal job. Man of Steel, it's worth the watch. If you're one of the people like me that enjoyed it, and look, the more time I watch it, hey, I'm with you on it. But if you're one of the people that didn't like it, and is like the big Christopher Reeves fans, I understand. I'm a Christopher Reeves fan, Superman, so I see your points on why you might not like the film. I can give a reason with your points. But hey, I still enjoy Man of Steel. It's still a good movie. So with the problems, still a decent movie to watch. I'm probably not whistling the music score of Wonder Woman right, but hey, man, Wonder Woman. This is the one I was kind of didn't know what to expect. It was just one of those films that, like, and this was a time where we had Man of Steel that just was, it was, some fans like some people, some fans didn't. Critics overall kind of bashed the film, and then we had BVS that was kind of mixed up. Things was like back and forth. What some people didn't like, some people didn't. And then Suicide Squad comes around, and it was like, I don't know. Suicide Squad wasn't that great. Then it come Wonder Woman. Everybody's like, if this movie doesn't hit, the DCEU is in trouble. And it was just like, can this movie be good? Heard reviews on it and all that. And I was like, pretty sure everybody enjoyed it. Let me see, can I enjoy it? So I threw those expectations out the door. But when I was hearing the people saying it was good, I was like, that gives me confidence that gave me confidence like this movie could be good. So I said, let me not get my expectations so high. So I kept it low, went to the movie, and I came out in the movie theater happy. This was like a breath of fresh air for me personally, because I've seen some superhero movies with a female anti-hero or superhero, and it just didn't really do good. Yeah, these things were not great. And Wonder Woman was just, man, I finally can like a comic movie with a female superhero, and it was absolutely fantastic. This film had a lot of heart here, and Patty Jenkins' directing style was absolutely amazing. She did a film called Monster, which came out, I think, in 2001. If you haven't seen that film yet, it's freaking phenomenal. It stars Charlize Theron. I found that a very underrated movie. And seeing Patty Jenkins direct this film was just absolutely fantastic. Gal Gadot does a fantastic job as Wonder Woman. Everything about it was just fantastic. That No Man's Land, one of the most memorable scenes in a superhero movie. That just was just like that when I saw that scene in a movie theater, I was like, I'm in for a ride. Just the beginning was so good of her origin. It elevated to something. It was getting better and better. It was just like something I was getting more of. And then her and Gal Gadot's and Chris Pine's chemistry was absolutely fantastic in this film. Best chemistry superhero movie. Probably like, I don't know, like, is it better than Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow's chemistry for Iron Man? Maybe it's right there with it, but man, it was just so freaking good. I just enjoyed it. The action scenes was really good. I really enjoyed how they did it. The third act villain was kind of like the Ares. Wasn't that great? He was kind of a one-note villain, and then they had Dr. Poison in the film, and then the other guy that almost was like a character of Red Skull, taking that stuff like that. The villains were not as strong in Wonder Woman, so that kind of dubs the film down a little bit. But hey, that's the only negative about the film. Overall, everything works in Wonder Woman, and that's why I have it at number one. It's a phenomenal movie. It's great. I just love Wonder Woman. It was one of my favorite DCEU films, one of my favorites, and I think everything it does is great in it. It's a fantastic movie. I do recommend it if you're watching it. If you haven't seen Wonder Woman, what are you doing? Please buy this on Blu-ray, DVD, just anything, 4K, anything. Absolutely phenomenal. That's it, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said in the beginning, please put your ranks down in the comment section down below. What do you rank all the 7 DCEU films with Shazam? Let me know. From your worst to best, or your best to worst, let me know. This is just me ranking, and I love doing rankings. Don't think I hadn't done one in a while, so I'm pretty sure you've been waiting on it. I've been busy with work and reviewing other movies, so doing these rankings, I have to watch some movies to just get my mind refreshed and stuff. So I love doing these things, so don't think I'm going anywhere with them. I'm going to try to continue doing more rankings in the near future or very soon on films that's coming out. And the films that came out last year, I'm still trying to get caught up watching films. So I'm not going anywhere with the rankings. Still love doing them on my channel. So keep an eye out for more for rankings in future. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's so I can see you next time on Slaughter Movie Guy. Peace.